So what exactly is Social Cash? Social Cash is a way to use Facebook Messenger to transfer money overseas to essentially 114 different countries around the world. So when you go to your Facebook page, you're going to come to the Social Cash screen. So we're going to click on Message. And it's going to open up the Facebook Messenger app. So make sure that you have the Facebook Messenger app. And you're going to see a screen that looks like this, and it's going to show this beautiful Social Cash Facebook page, and you just have this button here that you click on Get Started. And so then it starts the app automatically. And then we have this menu here that shows us these different options with a message that says, welcome to Social Cash. You can send money to friends and family anytime, anywhere. You want to pretty much use Facebook Messenger since this app is built for Facebook Messenger. If you're using cash pickup, which I'll get to more later, but if you're using any type of physical cash pickup, you're going to want to have your ID, which the message shows that. And then we have these three buttons here. What is Social Cash? You can buy gift cards or you can refer a friend. So again, like I said, Social Cash is a way to use Facebook Messenger to send money overseas and outside of Rwanda. And you can also buy gift cards, which means if you don't want to make an actual purchase right now, but essentially buy credits for future transfers, then you can buy an e-gift card. Now, with e-gift cards, you're going to need at least a debit or credit card to do that, because it goes to another Social Cash website or online store to make those purchases. And then you can also refer a friend. If you refer a friend, then you can actually earn up to $20 for bringing new people, your friends and family, to use. You have to send at least $100 though before you can earn the $20. So that's $20 for your friend, and then that's $20 for you. Okay, so then just click the phone number below if that's the correct number. So that is the correct number. So I'll click on that. And then it's going to show me a message saying, is this my email address? And I'm going to click on my email address because that's the correct one. And yes, I want to continue. So now it gives me another message showing that there's certain countries that we can't send money to because of certain issues. We can click on the Social Cash help vid that pretty much just gives an overview of what I'm talking about right now, but you'll be able to go on YouTube and watch this video over again. So now I'm going to click on Rwanda since I'm sending from Rwanda. And then it says, please enter the beneficiary's complete name as it appears on their account. That account is either their bank account or their mobile money account or the cash pickup account. So depending on how you're getting the money to the person, the name of the receiver needs to be exactly shown on their ID. So now it asks, what country do you want to send money to? So it gives me all these different options to send money to these different countries. If I click on other, it's going to show me more countries. So Kuwait, Moldova. So depending on where your friends or family are, you're going to click on a country that you want to send that money to. So let's choose, let's see, who do I know in these countries? Let's pick my friend in Croatia. I don't really know anybody in Croatia, but just as an example. Now, depending on the country, you're able to have different options on getting the money to that person. Certain countries give you only a bank option. Certain countries only give you mobile money options. Certain countries, like China, give you Alipay or paid directly to their debit card. So depending on the country, there's certain ways that you can get the money to the person. So Croatia has only bank transfer, which says bank transfer is the delivery choice for this recipient. So now I'm just going to type in some details here. I'm just going to make stuff up here just for an example. So the bank name, the branch name, let's just make up some stuff here. Now, when you have these details, you can't just make stuff up. This has to be exactly shown from your bank. So it's a good idea to get all this information from the person you're sending money to first, because if there's any issues, then that's going to create problems in the transfer. Some of these questions may not apply to your bank. So again, ask your bank if they have these details, an IBAN number, a BIC or a SWIFT number, because if they do have it and you don't enter that information, you're not going to be able to transfer the money to that particular bank account. Okay. Of course, I'm just putting in just made up numbers here, but you want to, of course, have the exact information here. Okay. Now, what I just did was copy and paste. I'm sure most of you know how to copy and paste, but if you don't, people like my mother, you're just going to hold on the text, and then it's going to pop up this menu that says call, send SMS, save contact. I'm going to just click on copy, and then I'm going to click on this text box here, and then I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold my thumb to the text box, and then it's going to appear this paste. It's going to appear paste, and then it pastes. I'm sure everybody knows how to copy and paste, but just in case you don't. Now, account type, these two options here are regular check or savings. Again, you want to make sure that you're the recipient, the person you're sending money to, these details are already chosen. So I'm going to type in regular, I can't type, regular check. Okay. These details have to be exact because, again, this is pretty serious. If the system doesn't know where to send the money, or if the information is inaccurate, that it could come back. Chances are it's going to come back, but there could be times where it's just lost. Now, typically, it's just going to be returned, but to prevent those errors, you want to make sure that you type in everything correctly. So the first name where it says required here, you want to make sure that that information is required. Middle name, sometimes people don't have middle names, so you can just type 0 here, but I'm going to type in, I'm just going to enter some information. Okay, so I'm just going to put in a last name here, and I'm going to put in the address. This is the address, again, of the recipient, of the person who, not the bank, but the person who is receiving the money. So you want to make sure that all this information is completely accurate, because if the bank checks their ID and this information doesn't align, they might not be able to pick up the money. So you want to make sure that all this information is completely accurate. Okay. So the city or town, required, state, again, not, this is somewhat based in the United States. So every location in the United States has a state, but also in other parts of the world, it could be state or province or district. So if there's no state, you can just include the country. So since I was sending it to Croatia, let's just leave that for Croatia. And the postal code, again, this is another United States based field, but again, some countries have this, some countries don't. If you don't, then just type 0. But if you do, then just type in the actual postal code, not of the bank, but of the person who is receiving the money. Okay. So now we're going to enter the mobile phone number, not of you, but of the person receiving the money. You don't, and it also says do not include the country code, because since we know the country, that's going to be built within this app. So the system, this app already knows the country code, so you don't need to put in that country code. So then we'll put in 305-111-222-333. Email is optional. It's highly recommended that you do put an email address. If you don't, that's fine also. But if there's any problems, this would be the best way to contact you. So it's a good idea to put an email. I'm just going to put in a fake email. But again, you don't put in any fake information. All this information is going to be yours and the recipient's data, your own reference. Now, your own reference means any type of note or information that the bank might read. Certain countries, again, need this. Some certain places don't. But again, your own reference is like your own note to the bank or to yourself regarding this information. So let's say Sally's my long lost friend, and I'll just put okay, I'll just put a random note. That's just something, that's not anything you have to put in, but that's, again, your own reference can be any type of data. So now sending reason, this is important. So you need to choose either one of these four options. Either you're sending this to a family or friend, either you're purchasing of services, or you're doing a property payment, or you're sending funds to self. Since I'm sending it to my friend, I'm going to type in family or friend support, and then click submit. Okay. Now this message shows, this message wants us to check the entries that we've just made. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top. We're just going to scroll up to the top here. Okay, where it says bank name. And I'm just going to check all this information just to go over. You want to be checking this information with the data that you received from the person you're sending money to. So that person that you're sending money to, they should provide you with all this information so you can make sure that all this data is accurate. Okay, so let's go ahead and, yeah, Sally, big town. Okay, so your town. And then now these two options allows us to, if everything's okay, you can just click the top button, the data is correct. But if it's not, then you can click correct errors, and then it's going to go back. So let's say the data is correct. Okay, so now it brings us to the next menu. It says click the button currency convert below to find the exchange rate in Rwandan currency to USD. For the country that you're sending money to, it's going to be in their currency. But when you send money locally, when you pay our local agent, for instance, SocialCash, you're going to be sending it within the country that you're sending from. Okay, that could be US dollars, but chances are that could be in Rwandan francs. So ideally, you want to send within the currency of the country. So since we're in Rwanda, we're going to use Rwandan francs. But this app is using USD as its base currency. So just to make things easier, since there's multiple locations that we're sending from, you want to send in Rwandan francs. So what you want to do here is click on currency convert to make sure that the sending amount is equivalent to Rwandan francs. Okay, so the option here is you can send $10, $20, $55, $100, $150. This blank space is $300. I don't know why it's not showing up, but it's $300. $500, $600, $1,000, $1,500, or $2,000. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the blank space just to show you, because it is 300. See, it does show up 300. So it's going to now give me another response. The total amount to send to our local agent is $311.50 US. Now, you notice that 300 is selected, but then there's 11.5. That is the sending fee, okay? So there's obviously a sending fee to get these funds to another country, and that's automatically included within the $300 value. So then it proceeds and says orders unpaid after 1 hour will have new currency exchange rates, possibly delaying funds transfers. We include that because the currency exchange rates change very rapidly, so we like to keep orders open for 1 hour. If they're after an hour, then we close that order. So then we click on if correct, yes. If you need to make changes, okay. So let's click back to see what happens. Let's say I made an error. So I'm going to click on back, and then it's going to bring me back here to the previous menu. And then I'm going to see, let's say I don't want to send $311.50. I want to send just $10. Okay, so now it's shown me the total amount plus the sending fee, and I'm going to click on yes to continue. Okay, now I get another message that asks me, how do I want to pay for this order? I want to pay with an MTN Momo account. I could use the gift card, but I haven't purchased a gift card yet, so we'll just use MTN Momo. Okay. Now it tells me that I need to confirm that $14.30 will be sent in Rwandan currency, and it will be delivered to Sally Alexa Johnson. And this is the information, the MTN Momo information that we're going to be using to make this transfer. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is now, when you have those funds into your MTN Momo account, the Rwandan francs amount, you want to, within an hour, you want to mobile money that to *182 *8 *1 hash, and then you want to use this business account. Okay, so just to confirm, I'm going to type in my name to confirm, and then I'm going to confirm also that I want to send via bank transfer. So you need to remember that how you want to get the money to the person is chosen earlier. Okay, so now I get a message saying that this order is being processed, and it's a good idea to keep this mobile phone on you just if there's any messages. And that's it. And you've been able to. So after you complete the form, this entire process, you pay for the order, and then it's completed. That's all you have to do. So now you can buy a gift card, or you can continue using the app by sending even more people money. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you can use this app. Again, that's m.me/be SocialCash, or you can go to our Facebook page, and that's Be SocialCash, and then you'll be able to use the app. Okay, thank you. Bye.